Looking for one of the best and most innovative electric cars? Check out the new Tesla Model Y. This vehicle is getting a lot of attention in the car world, and for good reason. But does it live up to the hype? We've covered the Model Y before, but you might be new here, so let us give you an in-depth review of the new Tesla Model Y. In this video, we'll cover everything from its remarkable features to its stylish design. Whether you're a Tesla fan or just curious about electric cars, you won't want to miss this. So if you want to keep up with the newest electric cars and bikes, click the subscribe button right now so you don't miss any of our videos. Today, we are taking a deep dive into the new Tesla Model Y, one of the most impressive and technologically advanced cars on the market. The Model Y is Tesla's fifth vehicle release and has been designed to offer unparalleled performance, comfort, and convenience. Featuring an all-electric powertrain that can reach top speeds of up to 150 miles per hour, a generous interior space with seating for up to 7 passengers, and an impressive range of over 300 miles, this electric SUV truly packs a punch in more ways than one. Let's take a look at just some of the incredible features that make the Tesla Model Y stand out from the competition. The 2023 Tesla Model Y is a sleek, streamlined vehicle compared to its predecessor, the Model 3. With subtle but evident design differences in the front end and an absence of chrome accentuating its exterior profile, this attractive car stands out from others on the road. To top it off, despite part shortages causing turbulence within tech industries, there's even something new under the hood. Instead of relying on radar sensors as before with previous models, now you'll find cameras bringing enhanced safety capabilities. Despite its graceful contours, the Model Y has a somewhat more menacing air because of the black detailing on its exterior. You won't find any chrome. In addition, the Model Y is noticeably higher than the Model 3. As you travel around the vehicle, you will find parallels between the Model Y and Tesla's Model X at the back that create the look of an SUV. The back of the Model Y is raised to create the hatchback look of an SUV, and as you move to the back, its body gets a little wider to give more stability to the ride. There are two options for wheel size, 19 inches and 20 inches, but of course you'll get a little less range with the larger tires. Like the Model 3, the interior of the Y is sparse. It's just the steering wheel and the massive 15-inch touchscreen, nothing else. Nearly all the essential features of the cabin are accessible through this screen, which is definitely a learning curve for drivers new to Tesla. Even though the vast majority of automakers are incorporating smartphone integration systems like Apple CarPlay and Android Auto into their vehicles, Tesla does not. Although we wish Tesla might reconsider this in the future, we're pretty skeptical it'll happen. The car's hardware is just so intricately linked to the software that it's probably impossible. To keep passengers entertained while the battery recharges, Tesla's Model Y integrates streaming services such as Netflix, Disney Plus, and Hulu into its proprietary system. The twin wireless phone charging pad is another excellent feature, in our opinion. The front and rear seats each have their own set of heated chairs. The front seats in particular offer an exceptional level of comfort. Customers can purchase a vehicle with regular seating for 5 people or accommodations for 7 by adding an optional third row that is power folding and has additional USB connections. It should come as no surprise that the third row has inadequate space for both legs and heads. Yet, with a legroom measurement of 41.8 inches in the second row, it is exceptional for a compact SUV. In addition, the presence of the conventional glass roof helps contribute to the interior's airiness. When folded down, the second and third rows create a substantial amount of additional space that can be used for cargo. The 7-seater offers 67.9 cubic feet of cargo space behind the front seats, while the 5-seater has 72.1 cubic feet. An additional 4.1 cubic feet of storage space is located beneath the hood. First things first, let's go over the technical specifications. Long range and performance are the names of the two different options that can be purchased for the 2023 Tesla Model Y. There is a maximum of 384 horsepower and 376 pound-feet of torque available with the long range. With the Performance Model Y, the power is increased to 456 horsepower and the torque can reach 479 pound-feet. When fitted with the optional Class 2 tow hitch, which costs an additional $1,000, all 2023 Tesla Model Ys are able to pull up to 3,550 pounds when properly equipped. These systems are driven by dual-motor all-wheel drive. In just 15 minutes, a Tesla supercharger can extend a vehicle's range by 162 miles. Each hour spent charging at home adds 44 miles to the total. Most people shopping for the Model Y SUV are likely looking to get a great family vehicle. But if you're in it for speed, then check out the performance trim. 0 to 60 in just 3.5 seconds with a top speed of 155 miles per hour. Talk about an adrenaline rush. And don't worry, even with the slower long-range version, 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds and a top speed of 135 miles per hour, you'll still be able to hit those lights on yellow just fine. So win-win all around. Compared to the long-range model, the performance version of the 2023 Tesla Model Y sports a lower ride height, a more rigid suspension, and beefier brakes. Do a test drive to see whether or not that configuration is satisfactory. You can't go wrong with either option. The speed is impressive. The advantage of using electric motors rather than internal combustion engines is that they provide almost all of their acceleration right away. In contrast, gas-powered cars tend to have sweet spots. The chassis of the Model Y is capable of managing this amount of power, as evidenced by the vehicle's precision steering, competent braking, and balanced handling. At this time, the Model Y lineup is only obtainable in the dual-motor all-wheel drive configuration. The motor in the front of the vehicle is an AC induction unit that is liquid-cooled, and the motor in the rear is an AC permanent magnet synchronous motor. The front and rear torque distribution can be digitally controlled, which improves the vehicle's handling and traction. In both instances, a transmission with a single gear and a fixed speed is utilized. The performance model produces more than 450 horsepower, allowing it to compete with the performance of some very exotic SUVs. Both variants have an incredible amount of power. In contrast to a car that runs on gasoline, the Model Y's power can be used immediately, allowing for more rapid acceleration away from stoplights and safer merging onto highways. When you're in a rush, or even if you just want to give your passengers a little thrill, the wave of power that you get from this Tesla is just as addicting as the wave you get from the more powerful Teslas. Even though flying cars have not yet become a reality, you may get the impression that the game has advanced significantly due to the eerie feeling that comes with traveling at such high speed with no audible signs of mechanical vibration or noise. There are 3 versions of the Tesla Model Y: standard range, long range, and performance. The Model Y Performance is a driving range of 303 miles and an MPG-E rating of 115 in the city, 106 on the highway, and 111 overall, as stated by the Environmental Protection Agency. The long-range model with 19-inch wheels is an MPG-E rating of 127 in the city, 117 on the highway, and 122 overall. It has a range of 330 miles. And finally, the standard range version will get you 279 miles of range. The time required to charge the battery is excellent. A 15-minute charge at one of the Tesla superchargers can provide a range of 162 miles. Charging at one of these stations is the most efficient way to charge your Tesla. There are presently 20,000 superchargers worldwide. The maximum charging rate for Tesla's previous generation of superchargers, the V2, was 150 kilowatts. The new V3 superchargers have a much faster charging rate of 250 kilowatts. For the most convenience, Tesla suggests that customers install a wall charger in their homes. Even though it is unusual for a battery to be completely depleted, it's safe to assume that a full charge of the Model Y will take close to 2 days while using a standard household plug that operates at 120 volts. However, since this is the worst-case scenario, it is unlikely that this will actually occur. When connected to a 240-volt outlet, a full charge will be completed in less than 10 hours. Hence, this is an excellent choice for bringing an empty battery up to its full capacity overnight. In terms of safety, it has been designated as a top safety pick plus by the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, or IIHS, and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, or NHTSA, has awarded it the maximum number of stars for overall safety. Tesla slashed their prices again recently across the board to stimulate sales. Along with the $7,500 federal tax credit for EVs, now might be the best time to buy a Model Y if you're in the market. The Tesla Model Y standard range is the least expensive and now starts at $49,990. The long-range model gets you 50 more miles of range and starts at $52,990. The performance version starts at $58,990. It'll cost you an additional $4,000 to add a third row for a total of 7 passengers. The 7-seater configuration is only available for the long-range and performance models. And finally, if you want the full self-driving package, you'll need to fork out an additional $15,000. For some perspective, the starting price of an Audi Q4 e-tron is $49,800, while the starting price of a Mercedes-Benz EQB SUV is $52,750. The starting price of a Volvo XC40 Recharge is $53,550. In addition, there is a cramped third row of seating available in the EQB. The base price of a Ford Mustang Mach-E is $46,000, and despite its lack of luxury, it has a respectable range of up to 314 miles. In our estimation, the Tesla Model Y offers the best value. But for those of you looking for something a little less expensive, you might want to check out the smaller Model 3, which now starts at $41,990. Or if you've got money to burn, the larger and more luxurious Model X now starts at $94,990. Does the Tesla Model Y 2023 meet the requirements to receive the federal tax credit? Yes! If you meet the income requirements, you could qualify for a tax credit from the federal government of up to $7,500. The tax credit was introduced earlier this year. Price ceilings, minimum income standards, and further reforms are currently in the works. Check to see whether you're eligible. One thing that Tesla pioneered was over-the-air software updates. Just like your smartphone, all Tesla models receive regular software updates. These often include not only bug fixes and tweaks to existing functionality, but also new features that improve the car. While the Tesla Model Y has its imperfections, such as its hefty 2-ton weight and unimpressive handling that may not satisfy more enthusiastic drivers, the Model Y remains a strong recommendation as it ranks among the top EVs currently available. For those looking for an alternative, there are now several other capable all-electric family SUVs on the market that can compete with it. You might want to consider the Hyundai Ioniq 5 or the Volkswagen ID4. So, what are your thoughts regarding the Tesla Model Y? Comment down below. We'll be right back with more videos soon. Until then, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to EVNN.